पर मुझे मैं शुरुआत करूँगा just to ask you that how has life sort of changed for both Raghav and you, right? And because both of you, have sort of public lives and public personalities, how does sort of public commentary now play off, right? Because everyone wants to know and has a say or a take on what this new couple in the country is or should be or should feel like. How does that make you feel?
First of all, yes, we both are in public life, but we talk about this very often. We had no idea कि इतना प्यार मिलेगा. I had no idea कि मतलब मुझे लगा कि मेरी शादी है, मैं खुश होंगी, राघव खुश होगा, but पूरा हिंदुस्तान हमारे लिए जिस तरह से खुश हुआ और जिस तरह से हमारे लिए सेलिब्रेट कर रहा था, we never expected it, and now we feel even more a part of this country because of that. And एक बात बताऊं, married life is the best life, let me tell you. जिन लोगों को उनके पेरेंट्स प्रेशराइज करते हैं या दोस्त प्रेशराइज करते हैं और हम मना करते रहते हैं, क्योंकि मैं भी ऐसी थी कि मेरे से शादी वादी की बात मत करो यार, मैं अभी काम कर रही हूँ, और मेरे पेरेंट्स चुप हो जाते थे. बट लेट मी टेल यू, फाइंड द राइट पर्सन and there is nothing better than married life. Let me tell you that.
And sometimes they tell you find that someone special, पर कभी-कभी आम आदमी भी काम आ जाते हैं. नहीं परिणीति?
Very smart.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, so over the last decade or so, it's been a decade in the film industry?
Yes,
now? Yeah?
A decade, yes.
A decade in the film industry. You've built a solid filmography for yourself, right? And you've done some very, very solid roles. Is there a particular role, a character and a film which is the most closest to you? And the second part of this is there a method you pursue in terms of how you approach a character? Because I know there will be a lot of design filmmaking students here who would really want to understand your mind.
Honestly, there is no method. If there was a method, I would have found only success or only failure. अगर मेरे पास ऐसा कोई मेथड होता, बट आई जस्ट गो विद माई गट फीलिंग. मुझे जो स्क्रिप्ट में काम करना है, मुझे जो रोल करने का मन कर रहा है, मुझे जिनके साथ काम करना है, डायरेक्टर के साथ करना है, आई थिंक फॉर मी दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. द रोल दैट आई कनेक्ट टू द मोस्ट, वो पिक्चर एक्चुअली अभी तक आई नहीं है. वो पिक्चर अभी आने वाली है इन 3 months. इट्स कॉल्ड चमकीला. Chamkila is a biopic on Chamkila and Amarjot, the most legendary Punjabi singers of all time. And they were assassinated at the age of 27. So Diljit and I have done that film together called Chamkila. It's going to be out on Netflix. And it's a role that really changed my life. I got to sing every day. Diljit and I have sung in the film. We were working with Rahman sir, directed by Imtiaz Ali. It was truly, I think, my dream project. And I waited 10 years to work with Imtiaz Ali, and I finally got to do it. So that's the film that I connect to the most.
How wonderful. We all look forward to Chamkila, and you said 6 months, right?
3 months now.
3 months.
In March, out in March.
The new year augurs well for all of us then. I wanted to actually get to some more sort of, I wanted to pick your mind on a couple of serious questions.
Yes.
The pressures of actually being a woman with a career in the public domain also means having the pressures of, being constantly judged for how you turn up. And this is not just in India, I feel it's in the West, from politicians like Hillary Clinton to Michelle Obama. They're always scrutinized for your airport looks, your red carpet looks, and men are not sort of judged for the same. The benchmark is very different.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? And how do you sort of, take to this?
I mean, I think you guys can help me answer this question, because I feel like I broke that stereotype myself a little bit. I was launched by Yash Raj Films, and usually your launch is...
And a very unconventional launch.
Sorry?
And a very unconventional launch for one.
Exactly. Yes. And it was unconventional because it was not glamorous. Yeah. It was not the typical, snow-clad mountains, sari, sexy, glamorous launch. I was launched as a fat girl, and then I went on to do only non-glamorous roles, and I found a lot of success in that. So I think that the stereotypes that women are usually judged with, I broke them for myself, and I will continue to do that. But films are a visual medium, and you should look your best. You should be your fittest as a human being for your life. And so those benchmarks are ours to set and then ours to break.
I hear you. I apologize for the wind. Can we do something about it? At I.I.M.U.N, we are very resourceful usually.
No. How do you like? मैं कैसी लग रही हूँ?
Parineeti, you look beautiful.
Am I looking amazing?
We love you with the wind, without the wind. So.
Oh gosh, हमने ponytail बनाना चाहिए था आज. But I think, yeah, girls, I'm telling you, this path, this world is yours. Not only me, I have a sister who has gone to Hollywood. She's working there. And I think just both of us have not really gone by stereotypes. I think we've done stuff. She has always surprised and shocked the world with the stuff that she does, the work that she does. And I'm so inspired by that. I want to do the same. And I don't think we should go by industry standards. We should really pave our own path.
Amazing. So wonderful to hear that. And, my next question was, can gender identity ever be removed from work, you know?
Sorry?
Is gender identity,
Yes.
knowing that you're a woman approaching a certain story, does that change the way you look at it? Because today there is so much talk about how some scripts are looked at from a very sexist lens, and being one of the sort of foremost talents out there in the film industry, how does that change the way you pick up a script? Is that something you consider, or for you art is for art's sake and morality must be kept aside?
I mean, you see, that's a very complicated answer.
Yes.
Because we are making films and content for entertainment. And sometimes you want to tell a story which is about the man. Sometimes you want to tell a story about a woman. Sometimes you want to tell stories about domestic violence against men, maybe against a man. It really depends on a story, and we absolutely must remember that it's fictional. We absolutely must remember that films are made for entertainment. However, that does not remove the responsibility that we have as storytellers to the world. Because ultimately, Bollywood fans do emulate their favorite actors. They do emulate their favorite directors. They do emulate the things that we say on screen. And so somewhere we need to have an amazing balance between the entertainment factor and the inspiration that we may provide, positive or negative, to the society. And so if there is a story or there is a script that obviously denies that inspiration to my audience, I will probably stay away from it, only because I don't want anybody to turn around and say, but I learned it from you. Even though it's fictional, we live in a country where we believe those stories. We believe the stuff that actors are doing. We believe in larger-than-life songs and dance, which are absolutely fictional and unreal, but we want that in our life. And so we must absolutely say the right things. That does not mean a film has to be boring. It must be entertaining. But we must be very sure of what we are teaching, because we want children also to watch our films.
Absolutely.
And they are learning from us. And so there has to be that sense of responsibility and also the urge to entertain together.
I hear you, because it's society which is reflected in films, and film also has a responsibility towards the society. So I get what you're saying with a complicated answer.
It has to be a balance.
Yeah.
It has to be a balance. You can't just say, oh, I don't like that one dialogue, and so I don't want to do the film. You must fight for it, and you must try and argue. And if it doesn't work out, you can choose to walk away from it. But if you're a part of it, you should be able to answer to your audience.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Fair. There's a very famous song which goes by Radio Kill the Video Star, right? I wanted to bring to you about how there's so much chatter about, at least until a year ago, right, before Bollywood found resurgence again, about how OTT is going to kill theatre viewing experience. I wanted to understand, a lot of your peers and some of your seniors have moved on and transitioned to sort of large format material. Is that something which does interest you, and you think we can see you in one of those characters or shows?
I'm a very greedy actor. And that greed is never fulfilled. Language, medium does not matter. If you told me I had to do something on this stage, or you told me I had to do something on an OTT platform, for me they're almost the same, purely as an actor. It does not matter. The differentiation in mediums is non-existent to me. However, the business of films, TV, stage, etc. is different. And so I'm working in films right now. As a performer, I would love to go and do OTT, but I love being a part of films. And so if something came which is really grand, really interesting, I would 100% go and do it, but I would not do it just for the sake of it.
That's very refreshing to hear from a Bollywood star, I must say. Thank you. Thank you for your candor. As you enter your second decade now of in the industry, wow, it sounds quite momentous, right? What are the things you're looking forward to? And for our audiences here, young audiences, what's the one thing you've learned in your journey, what to do or what not to do? Something, you know, they can sort of take away when they walk away from here today.
You know, not much has changed in my head. I've always been a person who has very, very clearly balanced my personal life and my work life. And so my career is highly dependent on what I'm doing in my personal life. And how my personal life is very, very highly dependent on how I've scheduled my work. And so that learning, which I got like 5, 6, 7 years ago, has not changed. And I don't want to change that. Today I'm married and I find it even more important for me to balance my life because I must give time to my new family, my old family. That sounds so weird. Both my families. You get the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's very important to do a work-life balance. I think as Indians, we are very proud when we've not slept, we've not eaten, you know, we've been working all night. I haven't gone home for 3 days. We, you know, wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right way to live, and that's my personal opinion. I do feel you must get in your sleep, you must get your rest, you must meet your friends, you must go on a scuba diving holiday, and then you work bloody hard. You must do both things. And so for me, it's not purely filmy or technical learnings, but it's just how I want to live my life. When I'm 85 years old, 95 years old, I want to be able to say, you know, I understood life and I lived life the way it should have been led. I didn't only work or only have a gala time. I did both.
So wonderful and refreshing to hear that how you view life as in totality and some of all its parts and not just as work. And you know how we speak so often about balancing lives, but I feel if you...
Nobody does it.
Yeah.
Nobody really does it. I've had times when मैंने दूसरे actors को बोला है कि, you know, मैं 10 दिन के लिए ना स्कूबा डाइविंग के लिए जा रही हूँ तो वो इमीडिएटली बोलते हैं अच्छा कौन सी पिक्चर के लिए एंड आई थिंक दैट सेज एवरीथिंग यू नो आई थिंक दैट जस्ट सेज एवरीथिंग कि दे यू नो some members of the society and some members of the film industry simply don't do anything outside of work, and that's their personal choice. More power to them, but for me that balance is very important.
I hear you. To sort of round this up, I'm trying to think, if you were to give like one piece of advice to your younger self, to that girl who started out in Ladies vs. Ricky Bhel, you know, wide-eyed, full of dreams, what would that advice be? Because I think that advice would hold true for a lot of people here.
I mean, not that I was like some learned sadhu at that time, but it really isn't any advice. And there my hair goes again. There are 2 people who have come for this event, me and my hair.
Can I be your hair
No,
dada for today?
No, please, I'm just making a joke. The advice really is honestly nothing. Just be yourself, honestly. You know, sometimes I've had times when I've listened to the wrong advice. I've spoken to the wrong people. You know, maybe befriended wrong people, you know, and then you really are a product of who you surround yourself with. Sangat ka asar bolte hain na, kabhi kabhi, you know, you should be surrounded by the right people. You should have the right friends. You should have the right mentors. You should, work with the right people. Everything. That really impacts your life. And so my younger self, I would always say, just be yourself. Don't try and follow trends. Don't try and blindly follow people who don't have the best intentions for you. It's your life and you must live it with your gut and your instincts. That's when you will be successful.
Oh, wonderful. Parineeti, I can assure you that today you're surrounded by some of the brightest and young minds, so you're in good company today.
Yeah.
Sahi ki nahi? I don't know how to end this session, but to have Parineeti. Parineeti is such an all-rounder and she does so many things well, but I feel if you don't hear a couple of lines from her, this morning would not be complete, right? So I feel Parineeti singing with like her hair flying would be a great visual to have for posterity. I could suggest a song. Which is your favorite song, yeah? Which I hear so often, yeah? 2 lines, yeah? Parineeti, just talk to us. Maybe that'll sound like you're singing, yeah?
No, I want to actually just ask any one student here if they have an interesting question. And I don't want a boring question. I want a really cool, fun question, something that I go home with. And I really want you to ask me, chalo, 2 questions. But it has to be exciting and interesting.
Can Anjani help us get like a volunteer
Can you send a mic down there?
Yeah.
We have somebody in the white shirt here, the black shirt there, who is smiling very, very brightly. So I always choose smiles over no smiles. Black shirt, gentleman there.
Can we get a mic to him?
खड़े हो जाइए.
Super.
Let's hear it. We want an interesting question.
Hello.
चलिए. Let's hear it for him, guys.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. कैसे हैं आप?
I am fine.
पहले तो अपना नाम बताइए और आप क्या करते हैं? कौन सी कक्षा में?
My name is Indesh Prajapati. I am from BTech CSC. My question is, your favorite cricketer?
My favorite cricketer?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, जिस देश में सचिन तेंदुलकर, विराट कोहली, MS धोनी ऐसे लोग हैं, उसमें से फेवरेट मैंने मरना है क्या? I would say the entire team, especially this year. Let's just hear it for the Indian cricket team this year, जो उन्होंने किया है इस साल. Incredible. 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 Thank you for that question. Let's do one more. Another black t-shirt, black, white and green t-shirt.
We have a lovely guy in a Nehru jacket right here.
Black, white and olive green t-shirt. Oh, आप हैं already.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
आप तो बड़े interesting कपड़ों में हैं.
Thank you so much.
ऐसे लग रहा है कि आप politician हैं.
No, ma'am, that's not.
और politicians हमें बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, ma'am. First of all,
Good morning.
Myself, Yatharth.
Hi,
And,
Yatharth.
my question is that can we see you in politics in future? Like Raghav sir is there. Is there any chance? By any chance, can we see you in politics?
क्योंकि मैंने आपको politician बोला, आप ऐसा सवाल पूछ रहे हैं मेरे से.
No, ma'am. I was just asking your views. Like,
देखो, I'll tell you the secret to a successful marriage. मैं हूँ एक्टर, वो है पॉलिटिशियन. उसको बॉलीवुड के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता और मुझे पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता, इसलिए हमारी मैरिज बहुत अच्छी चल रही है.
Thank you, ma'am.
सो जॉइनिंग पॉलिटिक्स इज वेरी फार. मुझे तो कुछ समझ ही नहीं आता, तो मैं तो बहुत बड़ी डिजास्टर हो जाऊंगी वहाँ पे. तो प्लीज रेस्ट अश्योर्ड कि मैं पॉलिटिक्स में नहीं जा रही. थैंक यू. थैंक यू.
Thank you वो कठिन सवाल पूछने के लिए and putting
And that lady, one last one, lady in the black shirt. Last one.
We must have a girl ask a question actually.
Yeah.
Represent.
Hello, first of all, hello Parineeti.
Hi.
My name is Reena Salanke
Hi.
and I want to ask you, if you have one power in the world to change something for a day, what it would be and how would you go about it?
Woo! Can I hear it for this question first of all? Isn't that the most amazing thing? If I had the power for a day, and I feel like now I'm at Miss India or Miss
I was
Universe
just going to say,
right
yeah.
now. If I had the power to change something, and this is not just India, I would change in the world. I would change the mindsets of people. I wish people would view this world slightly different from what we have been seeing through generations and centuries. There are certain thoughts, orthodox, old-fashioned, irrational, redundant ways of living lives that sometimes in India also we are guilty of. And I would change the mindsets, and I wish people would live and look at this world differently. Be with an open mind, stop judging people, stop gossiping, stop negativity, and just have the most empowered human beings. Because what a beautiful world that would be without any politics, conflict, negativity, or anything. That's what I would do, change mindsets of human beings.
Yeah, thank you. That's incredible answer I was waiting for because mindset is literally the everything in the world.
Everything, every single thing, every single thing.
Reena,
thank you.
thank you for that wonderful question. And Parineeti, thank you for answering that so well. It literally felt like you've gone back to Miss India after becoming a Mrs.
Yeah.
which is quite wonderful, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It has been an amazing getting to have a sneak peek into your mind, and we wish you all the best for the journey ahead, for married life, professional life, life in
Thank
general.
you.